Hey there, friends. So, after finishing Adolescence, the next thing everyone voted for me to do was Over the Garden Wall. And I'm nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. Not because I'm not excited to watch it, but because I feel like I've built Over the Garden Wall up in my head so much while also having no idea what it's about. All I've seen is images. I've seen images. I've heard the theme song, which is beautiful. I know Elijah Wood's in it. I think every image from it looks kind of both sort of like it could be ominous, but also strangely comforting and kind of nostalgic. But I have no idea what the plot is. I know literally nothing about it. And because of that, I'm nervous that, like, I've just always been told how great it is. And specifically that I will really like it. So there's that fear of, like, it's so funny. I always get this when someone recommends, or not just recommends something that says, like, you're gonna love this. And so many people do it. Then I just go, like, if I don't love it, then I watched it wrong. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I'm just nervous of, like, what if I don't watch it correctly? What if I don't watch it hard enough? And somehow I don't enjoy it as much as I feel like I should. All this is very silly, but I have to say it out loud because I've been thinking about it since I knew I was going to be doing Over the Garden Wall. I debated on looking up at least, like, the base description plot. I didn't. I know nothing. I think it's brothers. I've seen a frog. I've seen a pumpkin. I've seen a lot of pumpkins. And that's all that I know. Okay. It's frog. I was right. Yeah, sorry, I need a minute because all of that alone was wow. I don't know if that is the normal beginning of every episode or if that's just establishing where we are. And where we are is Wonderland meets folk horror. It kind of has this vibe. It reminds me of this, a film called Peasants that I saw not long ago, and I'm trying to remember what language it was in. I think it was a Polish film. I'm like 80% sure it was a Polish film. And it was like, the film was stunning, mostly because it's painted. And I don't mean it's an animated film. I mean it's a painted film. It's the same people and the same technique they did for the film Loving Vincent about Vincent van Gogh, where they filmed the movie and then had a ton of different artists basically do oil paintings. It's basically stop motion with oil paintings. It's truly insane, but is breathtaking. And a lot of the sort of little fields and weird places like that, I don't know why it was giving me that kind of vibe of just like feeling like you're in the world but not in the world because of this strange whimsy. The fish in the boat and the little turkeys, that was interesting. And a catacomb, like they were in the catacombs. I don't know what's going on, but it is funny because I feel like I don't know if this is targeted specifically for kids. I know it was on Cartoon Network, but so is a lot of things. But it's funny because I feel like if this show had come out when I was a kid, I would have been petrified of it because I was so scared of everything. So I love that it's out as I'm an adult. We're not gonna...
Wait a second. Greg? Where are we?
Little bow ties on? What was that? I like that we're introduced to everything in silhouette there. It looks very, very early animation. If you ever want to see like gorgeous early animation, check out Prince Ahmed from, gosh, when was that made? My brain is mush right now. It's the 1910s, the 1900s, but it's all in like silhouettes. It's really, really cool. It kind of gave me those vibes.
Greg?
Did they have little bow ties? They do have little bow ties. That's what it looks like. What fancy, potentially murderous gentlemen.
What are you doing here? Explain yourselves.
And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Calm down, mister. Well, whatever you do here is your business. We just want to get home with all of our legs and arms attached.
These woods are no place for children. Don't you know the beast is afoot here?
Is that Doc Brown? It sounds like Chris Floyd. I have to look up all these guys. I know that's Elijah Wood. That sounds like Doc Brown.
I guess it's possible there's a beast. since there was a talking bird, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just like a boat upon a winding river, twisting towards an endless black sea. Further and further, drifting away from where I want to be, who I want to be.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that if you soak a raisin in grape juice, it turns into a grape? It's a rock fact.
Why are these my two brain cells? It's my depression and my ADHD having to hang out together. It is funny because some of the early images I saw were giving kind of, I think like seeing the picture of the girl, the portrait of the girl. I don't know if those characters are people that we're going to see throughout the series or what. It gave me feelings of Edgar Allan Poe, and not that he's reciting Edgar Allan Poe, but it's the kind of melancholy, poetic thing. I also really like that they still animated the candy on his cloak, which his little brother stuck there. I assume they're brothers. Stuck there a while ago, but I feel like a lot of animated shows would have forgotten that it was there, or forgotten to draw it or something, so I like that they have good continuity. I appreciate it.
Is that... Look! Oh, there you are. Wirt? Kitty?
Oh my god!
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
I love how terrifying that was. That was legit freaky. What the heck was that guy? Loved it. Loved it. Oh, I love when kids shows don't mind being legit terrifying. Great, speaking as a kid who would have been traumatized, so I understand why some parents get upset. I can't act like I don't. But for the kids who are tougher than I was, I think it's good for them to see fun, scary stuff. You know that scary can be... You can get scared and still be okay, I guess is what I'm saying. You can get scared safely.
Greg?
What's happening? Where's your brother?
Huh?
Holy moly! Hot dog!
It's the beast!
Stay back, boys! This
Beast,
Chrysalis
hold on.
Huh?
Oh! He's fully murdered that
Why
man?
did you do that?
That was your plan, remember? Knock him out.
No, the bad plan. I told you to forget that plan. Ah!
He's being supportive. I posited the best face. Look how over she is. That is just so funny. I love how ride or die this little kid is. They fully may have just murdered that man, though.
Greg, give him the rest of your candy.
That looks terrifying. It's like, it's weirdly, like, it looks like it's almost like dripping something. Is it dripping oil? Is that what that was? It looks like kind of a shadow, but kind of its eyes look like headlights. Is that a thing? Is that meant to be I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here in this show. I don't know how far to look into things, but it's freaky and gives off like part wolf, part chupacabra energy. Oh no, there's just pants left. Oops. There you go. Jesus.
Hey, Wirt, look!
Greg?
Wirt, he spit up that turtle and now he's my new best friend.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, where are you going? Ain't that just the way?
Corrupted by
The mill is destroyed. The oil, all gone.
corrupted by oil?
But you're always messing up, Greg.
Boy,
Yeah.
you have it backwards. You are the elder child. You are responsible.
As an elder child, fuck off. Nuh-uh. I was very blessed with a younger sibling who never did anything wrong. It was kind of annoying. It was always me that was doing stuff wrong, never her. But still, if she had done things wrong, I'm not gonna take responsibility for it. Nah. No.
Wirt, I think I thought of a new name for our frog. I'm gonna call him Wirt.
That's gonna be really confusing.
No, I'm gonna call you Kitty.
What? Maybe I'll start calling you Candy Pants.
Is his name
yeah.
Wirt?
Good one, Wirt.
Thanks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Wirt.
That child is very... I've met children like that. I've met so much... I enjoy children like that. Reminds me, I sadly am not going to spend a lot of time around my little cousin who's now older, which is wild. But anytime I got to, because she lives in like the Midwest, but the few times I get to spend time with her as when she was in her, when she was in elementary school, she gave off kind of vibes like that, which were always my favorite. Like when she found out I worked at Disneyland, she was excited, but and she had all these questions to ask me. I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I've had kids ask me lots of questions, and she's like, she got really serious. She sat down. She was maybe 9. She's like, I hear that Disneyland is haunted. Have you had any encounters? And I'm just like, what is happening? She also, her mother takes her and her sister, their whole life growing up, to all these different protests for different things, like very pro-science, and used to go to women's marches and things like that. And she loves wolves. She always just very much like, I just feel like at times like this, we can't forget the wolves, which then started a chant among my friends of down with the patriarchy, up with the wolves, which we always think of her for. But yeah, I can see people thinking, oh, kids aren't really like this, but I've met plenty of kids like that, and they're the best. We love weird little kids. They're awesome. And and Wirt, his name is, that's just unfortunately me when I was younger. Giving off some Dipper vibes for sure. I don't know when those two happened together. But yeah, the like kind of neurotic sibling. There's always one. Yep. So that's the first episode. Wow, what a great way to introduce, like, this world is weird, this kid is silly, this guy's nervous, there's a frog, and you're gonna see some scary shit, and it's not gonna be, you're not super safe. Like, maybe we're not gonna kill anyone in front of you, but we might. Yeah, sure, this monster tried to be a dog, but like, we don't know what the next one's gonna be. What a great way to just be like, hey kids, this is what it is. If you're not down, get out now. Well, there's another half, so I gotta watch the other episode. I guess it's 5 half hours, so. I'm trying to figure out how to say what I want to say right now, and we're barely into it, but this animation is gorgeous, and I feel like I keep seeing different images or techniques that are making me think of all these different animated things. With the silhouettes making me think of Prince Ahmed, with the trees making me think of Snow White. There's a point where they were showing the forest that made me think of Miyazaki a little bit. Right there with the really, really, like, the leaves right there. That looked almost like late 80s, early 90s animation to me. Something like, I don't know, like Land Before Time or something. These little, the backgrounds and stuff, they were just really, really intricately animated sometimes. I don't know if that's on purpose or if I'm just overthinking things, but it's really beautiful. It feels like, I haven't seen anything like this before, but it feels very, like, animation-wise nostalgic. It feels like a little blanket. I don't know. See, that's right. It all just feels very, yeah, it feels kind of Miyazaki. It feels kind of also like old Disney shorts. Like even the minute I didn't say it out loud because it seemed silly, because it's just a thing, but I thought of the old Mill cartoon that Disney did. It looks like old silly symphonies or things like that. I don't know, man. And that just looks like I mean, obviously that's animated. Farther back, it looks almost like a photo. It's so just pretty.
Hello.
It's you
little
again.
bird back.
I'm stuck. Help me out of here and I'll owe you a favor.
Whoa, I get a wish?
Oh, it's
No,
little birds.
not a wish. I'm not magical. I'll just do you a good turn.
Can you turn me into a tiger?
No. I just said I'm not magical.
I'm trying to think who that sounds like. It kind of sounds like Melanie Linsky. Let me look that up. It was Melanie Linsky. I'm not insane. Also, that's a Gravity Falls connection right there. Not that they need to be related. They can be separate things, but just, because you made me think of Dipper, and her real life husband is the voice of Dipper. I'm a huge fan of hers. I know she was on Yellow Jacket, which I've never seen, but for me, it's Ever After. But I'm a Cheerleader, my favorite lesbian film ever. and Heavenly Creatures. Her and Kate Winslet, so good. Another great lesbian film, but I'm a Cheerleader's always gonna be my favorite. Still, yay for people I like being in things. That's cool.
So, that's small talk. My name's Greg. What's yours?
Beatrice?
My brother's name is Wirt.
Who cares?
And my frog's name's Wirt Jr., but that may change.
Okay, that's great. How about you and I ditch your brother?
Maybe later. So is it nice being a bird?
Nope.
Oh. Do you like waffles?
No, waffles make me sick. I eat maggots.
Has she not always been a bird? She seems not thrilled and very judgmental about her bird life and bird diet. Is she a cursed bird? We're going into Lady Hawk territory, whom I've never seen but know the concept of. See, there are times like this where I feel like I'm gonna look silly if I go too deep into like, what if this means this, blah, 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 blah. But I will just say that it's interesting that it's Beatrice. It's just interesting that it's Beatrice because they're going into a dark wood, and I assume they're going to continue to stay in the wood for most of the time, and it's a scary world with monsters, and Beatrice is a character from Dante's Inferno. Is the love of Dante that sends what's his name? Is it Virgil? Into to guide him through the Inferno. I'm sure maybe she pops up in the other parts of Dante's story. I've only ever read Inferno, so that's all that I know about, but I have read it a couple times, and I do remember that name. I had to take a lot of very intense, detailed tests on Dante's Inferno, so I remember an unfortunate amount about that story, and all of the people and all of the rings, and I also remember Beatrice, so interesting as they're going for the guide being her. I don't know, overthinking it? Probably, but that's what I'm here for. Why not?
Anyone here? Hello? Oh
my
sorry.
god, I thought that was a headless person.
I'm looking for a phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's just
Did
a
you find
sleepy
anything?
turkey.
What the?
Yo, pardon me there. Say, you folks ought to don your vegetables and celebrate the harvest with us.
Oh, I thought they were just pumpkin people, and I got real excited. I love everything about how that looks. It's kind of terrifying, but kind of fun. Like, if they just take Mabon, just autumn equinox, they just take Mabon very seriously here. Rock on, let's go. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a Wicker Man kind of vibe, in an autumn Wicker Man, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I know those pumpkins. I know that my friend who does really adorable cookies and is a baker, she made, one time she did a craft fair with a bunch of like geeky cookies and things like that, and she made macarons that were, is it macarons, whatever the ones that are little sandwich cookies. I always forget it's macarons or macaroons. I'm not the baker. That were those little pumpkins, and she had little faces on them. They were so cute. And this little cat. Everything about this does scream autumn. No wonder people love to watch this every year at this time.
Oh, you're wearing costumes.
Well, sure. Pumpkins can't move on their own, can they?
I don't know, this show.
No.
And also the way that the town looks so normal. It's great because it lets all these other things, like a turkey randomly hanging out inside, which I fully thought was a man who had been, like, his head blown off. I was like, they're not gonna go that dark. And then, no, it was just a sleepy or hungover turkey. Thank goodness. But I like that they let everything look so normal so that this strangeness can stand out in beautiful ways. Like Tim Burton used to be able to do. If you let the normal be normal, then the weird makes it special. Everything's weird, nothing's weird. I'm not gonna rant about Tim Burton. I'm okay.
Say, aren't you a little too early?
What do you mean?
I mean, it doesn't seem like you're ready to join us just yet.
Join you? Yeah, no, I'm just passing through.
Folks don't tend to pass through Pottsfield.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's nice here.
I'm really just looking to leave here as fast as possible.
What? Leave Pottsfield? Who wants to leave Pottsfield?
Oh,
The old man purposely put on old pumpkins Or just puppies with a lot of warts on them. I find this... I know it's supposed to be ominous, but it's so charming.
Oh,
Now hold on, everybody. Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Oh.
Whoa.
Enoch, what shall we do with them?
I'm done.
Now let's see here, boys. How did you end up in this little town of ours?
Okay, Enoch is for sure culty sounding. I think it's a biblical name. I can't remember what it means. But why is he a pumpkin man made of angel hair pasta? And even then, his voice is extremely comforting. It sounds like the narrator of a movie I would have watched as a kid. That would have been like an old the Charlotte. It's not, but I mean like that would have been like a Charlotte's Web animated film, or like an old like Rikki Tikki Tavi or something like that. Something I would have watched from like, I don't know, it's giving me like being at home renting a weird little animated movie that's like from the 70s, and this would have been the narrator's voice. Again, that weird sort of nostalgia thing that I think they're messing with here. The comfort mixed with kind of what the fuck is going on.
we saw your farms and your houses and thought, hey, here's a normal place with normal people.
And we both stepped on.
Also, we got the pie eyes. I'm sorry. We also got the pie eyes here on a lot of the pumpkins that have eyes. Pie eyes being the kind of eyes with those pupils. Those were like the classic Mickey Mouse and Minnie all had pie eyes. I think that's also what the Fleischers did a lot of times. Fleischer Brothers being the ones who did like Popeye and the original Superman cartoons and Betty Boop and Cuckoo the Clown. I think were the best animators of the time. I think they were better than Disney at the time, but you know, that's just me. That's my opinion. But yeah, those pie eyes make me think of like 1930s and 40s animation. Going back to my whole thing about how this all feels just like a giant love letter to various styles of animation.
They sentence you to a few hours of manual labor.
Wait, what? Really? Maybe we'll just stay here in Pottsfield. It's nice here. I don't know.
You dig two
I don't know.
holes.
Why do they even have you digging these holes?
Planting seeds or something.
Maybe they're gonna bury you out here.
Hey, buried treasure.
Whoa, really? See, Beatrice? What'd you find?
A skeleton.
I know it. This is showing so much about that character, that he was so suspicious in the previous episode because the guy looked kind of freaky, was in the middle of the woods, and now because it's a town and he feels like, well, it has to be safe, even though they're pumpkin people, still it's in a society where they're obviously from a town somewhere. It's just like it has to fit into a normal society, therefore we are safe because that's how things work. So he has all this faith when he's seeing like there's massive warning signs that he's ignoring.
Welcome back,
Hey,
Larry.
it looks exactly the same.
What in the... Yeah, there we go. Edward, this one's for you.
They were all just having a good time. They're just here to dance. They're just skeleton pumpkin people. Right, making me think of the Disney short, The Skeleton Dance.
Skeletons.
Thanks for digging up the life of the party.
What a wonderful harvest. And what about you?
That's why the Pumpkin Girl said, aren't you here a little early? Because he wasn't a skeleton yet. I love
You
it.
sure you want to leave?
Me? Yes.
Oh, well, you'll join us someday.
If that's the afterlife, that ain't. There we go. That is episode 1 and 2 of Over the Garden Wall. What a delightful, strange little show. Alright, well, I understand why people thought I would like this. Yeah, I do. It's wonderful. Just for vibes alone. Now the question is going to be if YouTube's going to let me post this. So we'll see how much I have to cut this down and if it's a fight. So hopefully you'll see this video pretty soon. We'll see. But thank you very much for asking me to do this. It's delightful. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys next time. I'm still going to be doing Digital Circus along with more of these guys. It's going to be 2 at a time like this. So yeah, thanks so much. Bye everyone.